battle of the late breakers, and Elite Risk gets it.
Got a late break. Bloody Warriors not going to give us up without a good fight.
Oh dear me. Oh, and look at that. Peg Dorniak and Charlie going at it. Rambo on. Front by side to the last corner, who's going to get the better traction? Race on the better line. It's going to be a drag race to the finishing line.
Hello and welcome back to 7GR. This time it is round 9, I believe. It says tier 1, but we're not here for that, we're here for tier 2. Yep, round Singapore, so good little track again. I am not Jake because I'm Ben, so that is also not true. But yes, Singapore, 23 turns apparently, 5-ish kilometers, 3-ish miles. Tricky circuit, to be honest. I mean, you've got to get your lap right around here, otherwise it's sad times. Yeah, we'll see a cheeky overtaking at turn 1, shall we? Who's this? I don't know, can't see, but it looked like a great move anyway, so that's all that matters. What we got next? Turn 7 and 8. Jake and Rhino side by side. Excellent move, I imagine. Can't really see it from where I'm stood, but it'll be excellent. Anyway, on to quali. Look at that, Devour already impressed, so that's how you know it's a good stream. Devour a streamer himself, so you know you could always go and watch him. But you should really stay here for this first. Yeah, so as per usual, we have Fusion starting his lap first. He's always first out. He loves it, doesn't he? We'll ride on board. See what he's got. Obviously, reigning tier 2 champion. Not had the best start to this season. I think he'll agree with that. But maybe looking for a turn of pace around Singapore. Looks decent so far. Getting it hooked up nicely. Yellow flag, I think it's just for someone being slow. That's nothing to worry about. If you don't mind, just out me in. Upgrade for Sky. Yeah, got Fusion who I think is great. I hope I've been getting pranked by Twitch here. That wouldn't be very nice. I'll try refreshing Seb, see if it helps you. Anyway, quali. Fusion first, so a good lap, like I thought. Fits in second, who, important that Icy has said, has a good chance of winning this. Icy, obviously, before the race, saying that he is going to win this, so I'm excited to see him do that. On a lap at the minute, must be someone back there. Visions. We'll watch Visions, shall we? He's been pretty good this season. Well, don't tell him I said that. So he dropped down from tier 1, now finding his feet in tier 2. Not exactly sure where he is in the championship, but it's definitely top 3. And he sets a 36.7. So provisional pole for Visions, but plenty of time left for other people. Got Lenny crossing the line there. Yep, 40.9 for Mr. Lenny. Dino pits without setting a lap. Yes, Spain masterclass indeed for Icy. If anyone watched the F2 race, you'll know what I'm talking about. Oh, and guess who's on a lap at the minute? It is the man himself, Boise. See what he's got. 104.5, no idea. That might be quick. It should be quick. Icy doing well in this championship as well. That's a lot of curb, but he gets away with it. Jump off board, see how he traverses through here. Ooh, that McLaren's not in a great spot for him there. No idea what L-Plan is in Irish, but something to do with very unfortunate driving. Let's translate. Icy goes P3 or P3 in his home language. So I think he'll be happy with that. Ahead of Fitz. Jake P5 as well. I'd missed that in there. So solid stuff from him. I see there's quite a gap. That Visions is 9/10 ahead of Jake. Don't know how I feel about that. Here we go, Dolphin. Oh, and he's invalidated. Isn't that just a classic? Will he peel into the pits in shame now? Yeah, I believe so. Tricky pit entry this, to be fair. It's not the nicest one going, so... And the exit. Both very narrow. What's Williams up to? Just chilling. Icy getting plenty of beans going back to the pit. Love to see that. Get this practice in. Paloma on her outlap. Runner-up in last year's Tier 2 Championship. Close battle with Fusion right at the end, but just lost out. 20 points or so, I believe, in the end. Been an okay start, I'd say. Which is P6 in the drivers. Zoltru starting a lap. see how much he's up at the end of this first sector. Half a tenth or so. Not bad. Little improvements. A bit sketchy through there, but this, oof, a bit nervous as well. You may be on an ad break at the minute. I've just seen that there, so enjoy that. It's there. Is the Williams going to get blocked here by all the rear face? Potentially. Yeah, I think I'd call this blocking by now. That won't be helping the Williams. It's all about the downforce, well, and the mechanical grip, but a lot of downforce, and yeah, the back end's just kicked out there. Probably a mix of frustration and downforce loss for him there, so that's not ideal. I believe we've got Fusion on a lap. We'll go up alone first, because she'll be crossing the line. Ooh, 5/10 up as well, so this lap could see a slot in between that 4th and 5th gap. See what it does across the line. P5. Nice little lap from Paloma there. Things we love to see. I mean, I am the Alfa Romeo team principal, so I do enjoy that. That sort of Fusion's got 2/10 up, so this could see him go P1. It's a smidge wide there across the line, but it is provisional pole on Fusion's second run. Obviously the first of the, not the first, but one of the first people that complete that second lap. He's cruising around. Fitz is just starting a lap there. Mr. Boyazides. I think I've nailed that, definitely. It was P11. Oh, and then it's a really interesting sort of half spin. Yeah, cross over that one. Switch over to Dolphin, who's going to set a lap. P7 for Dolphin. I mean, that basically sums up his average season so far. Sort of a P7 to 10 type of guy, and then fluke the podium at Monza as well. Definitely a fluke from what I saw. Get back on board with Icy, I think, who is 2/10 up. Flash Chicane's a tricky one, but he seems to handle it very nicely. So the last couple of corners, important that the car turned in quickly, and he does. 36.9, improves by just less than a tenth there, which is, it's an improvement, but it's not enough to challenge the two cars ahead of him. Ooh, got Fitz now, 2/10 up. He'd be looking to beat his fellow Irishman here. A bit hesitant through the chicane, but looks to be alright. Just misses the apex there. But P2 nonetheless, 4/10 improvement, so what do I know, basically. Slots in just behind Fusion. Looks like Visions is only going to be doing 2 laps, so he's clearly got the confidence. I think that's it for the minute. Just be waiting for the, I mean, Louis not done a lap yet, which is quite sad times, but he has only just got in, so he was very much a last minute call to reserve. Anyway, here comes Fusion again. First out of the final. Actually, that might be a lie. Actually, I think he's on a lap here. Is the Williams. So we'll have a look at this. This is where he had a bit of a moment in his last lap. I have no idea if it went better or not. Couldn't see a thing. Handles the hairpin quite nicely though, down to film. That didn't look particularly good. Yeah, 2 seconds down. I mean, must have been lag there. Knocked him back a bit. Well, that probably the end of his quali, unless he's got the fuel for another lap on those tyres. A few outlaps going on here. Is Icy coming out of the pits, do you reckon? That was the Merc that isn't Visions. It's easier to say than his actual name, unfortunately. Yeah, it's going to be Paloma starting the lap first of the final runs. So, guess we'll do a lap on board with her, and then see, and we'll gradually switch back to the rest of them. Tricky first 2 corners this, but appears to have hooked it up quite nicely. A little bit of rear end loss on the exit, but looked like it didn't cost it too much. Turned in nicely there again, a tricky exit, so good to see the rear end intact. Half a tenth up, going through sector 1, which isn't bad at all. Oof, must have been close to track limits there. Again, getting it turned in for the 90-degree corners here. Keeping the speed up quite well. Obviously, it'll be a decent improvement to challenge the top 4. Sort of sitting safe in 5th at the minute. This bit as well, just as tricky as the rest of the track. Careful on the traction here, otherwise it can get sad times quite quickly. Anyway, end of sector 2 slightly down, which isn't great. But maybe slightly hindered by Jake in the last sector here, so she might have improvements she can make. Looks maybe given up instead. Or not. It didn't look like she was full throttle there. Just giving up and going again maybe, so we will switch over to Deathwing, who is finishing his lap. Might have missed out. No, Xeno's starting his lap. Anyway, see what Deathwing can do. 14th at the minute. With a P12. Nice improvement there. Almost a second. Fusion's going to be crossing the line here. Fusion pits, so obviously not improving. Alros is up to 4th with a very nice lap from him into the 36s. Who's next? It's not Lenny, is it? It looks to be. Right on board with Lenny, currently in 16th, last of the people who have set the time, which he won't be too happy about. We'll see if he can move himself up the order at all. He can't. Neither can the Red Bull, so now it is up to Jake. Jake showing a lot of pace in Tier 2, so I think he's got plenty of time in this lap here. I reckon this could be quite a big improvement from the owner himself. Yep, up to P6, just beating Paloma there as Dolphin steals Jake's spot in P6. So I'll give him the credit for that. That's a nice little lap from Dolphin. Oh, big snap from Visions there, well held. See if he can improve anyway. He does, and he improves to P2, 2 thousandths behind Fusion. So that tiny snap there has cost him. Paloma gets back up to 6th, and then Icy up into P3. Zeno in P9. I think we saw the end of Deathwing's lap before. Deathwing doesn't improve, but I mean, from what I saw there, top 4 or 5 looked ridiculously close, so this could mean for quite an exciting race. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Fusion on pole by 1,000 divisions. The only thing letting divisions down there was that little snap coming out the last chicane there, but I'm sure he'll be happy with P2 anyway. After that, you've got the 2 Irishmen, 3rd and 4th, Icy and Fitz. Then we've got Al Ross, who just surprised isn't a 5th there. I didn't see him that hole quite, to be honest. But then Paloma 6th, Dolphin 7th, Jake down in 8th, Zeno 9th, Dawit is 10th. Then we've got Zoltru, Voya, Zidez, Deathwing, Bio, Alloway Face, Lenny, and then Louis Bolton, who didn't set a lap. I mean, that has to be the closest quali I've ever seen. I mean, 1,000th, you literally can't get closer, apart from the same lap, of course. Devour saying, late safety car might give Oisy an edge. Well, you never know, do you? We'll see what strategies they go for. It was room. I'm not sure if he's starting on mediums or hards. It was up for debate. I think it'll be a mix, to be honest. What I will do is have a look at the standings, though. You know, while I'm here, see what's happening. Yep, so Ogween currently, I mean, these are tier 1, but equally as enjoyable, I'd say. Yeah, they are more standings. You know, out of interest, Williams leading tier 1 constructors, so we'll see what Fitz can do, and Zoltru to keep that up for the joint. Switch back to that, and I'll try and find the actual standings, shall I? Tier 2 standings. You've got Williams first by quite a few points, 62 to McLaren. You've then got Mercedes close behind in 3rd, Alfa Romeo 4th, Alpha Tauri 5th, and then the rest of it's also quite close. But then for drivers, you know, the important stuff really. Fitzy is currently leading with 136 points. Then got Jake P2, 119, and Vision's 3rd with 99. Then you got Al Ross in no man's land a little bit on 66 in 4th. And after that you've got sort of Finley, Paloma, Zeno, Vaughan, Hamilton and Adam in P10, all very close. Fusion down in 11th, so that pole position should be given a bit of confidence to move forward. Along with Icy in 3rd, is down in 12th somehow, and then Dolphin in 13th. Very poor from Dolphin, I mean. No point in really showing up. Only joking, of course. We all like Dolphins sometimes. But yeah, just sat here waiting. No countdown now, so I'll be oh, yep, and there it is. Shocked into life. 4, 5 lights, and away we go. Looks like Fusion gets the better start out of the 2 on the front row. It's actually Icy challenging Visions into turn 1 as Paloma cruises around the outside of Fitzy. Going side by side, and Paloma gets up to P4 in the background. They all seem to get through fairly cleanly. Williams is a little bit ghosted there, but just makes things safer, doesn't it? So not too bad. Zeno's had a nice start up to 7th there. Jumps ahead of Dolphin and Jake. Oh, Alpine with a very late move to the inside for all over your face, who gets the position on Deathwing, I believe. So very nice, but slightly sketchy move. But oh, that's a Bio's front wing completely dead, unfortunately. As we can see, a nice aerial view of the lack of front wing on his car there. It's very nice to see. Usually get a terrible view, so we'll take that. Anyway, Visions. Wait. Visions gets the lead? Must have been a mistake there from Fusion. Ah, Fusion is on the hards by the looks of things. Deathwing has crashed, and that is a very early safety car. Deathwing crashed at the head. Oh, there you can see his car there. A nice, nice shot of that lack of front left wheel. We'll see. Most likely lost traction on the exit there, hairpin. Easily done. But yeah, that brings out our first safety car. I think Bio will be very happy with this. You get to cruise back onto the back of the pack. And during this pause, I think we'll have a quick look at position gained first, as we get all the good stuff on there. There we go. Now we can get into it properly. Visions jumps ahead of Fusion. Icy still in P3, pulling with a great start. Jumps from 6th to 4th. So big up that. Yeah, Fitzy and Alros down a place. Zeno up 2, getting ahead of Dolphin and Jake. Voyazides in 10th, getting 2 places, and then all the way face up 3. Louis Bolton, the biggest winner, up 4. Sort of getting his way around the carnage there. You know, he might have been in it. Who knows? And got a couple of losers at the back. Not actually losers, that's a bit harsh, but position losers. Because yeah, Bio replaces that front wing, and I think he's put on the mediums there, if I can see correctly. Yep, it's on the mediums. Thought we'd missed the pit exit there. So anyway, tyre, bit of tyre. Oh, well, I did not expect that from tier 2. We've got everyone started on hards, apart from Visions and Icy. So usually it's a lot more mixed up than that. I mean, we'd even get a couple of soft runners, but no, everyone very much liking the hards, or maybe not liking the hards, but wanting them now instead of later. And it is the quickest strategy, but obviously if we get a safety car lap 10 or so, hards might go to the end, but mediums might not. So be interested to see how this plays out. I mean, really what needs to happen now is Visions gets a good restart, pulls away from Fusion, and then just cruises to victory. But it's never that simple, is it? Icy will also be hoping to get past Fusion, take full advantage of the softer rubber. Safety car, can it be in this lap? I don't think it can. No. So the longest lap in the world for a safety car. So enjoy it. Be a great time for an ad break this time. Louis has sped into the pits under a safety car. That is not ideal at all. Are you serving it? It's unusual. You don't usually get to serve it straight away. Oh, he's I don't think you want to see that, but oh, he's got 2. He hit someone under safety car maybe, and then yeah, he's already had a 5-second. Well, Seb, you're gonna have to teach your brother how to drive under a safety car. You know, sometimes it'll be like that, but he's going to have to be taught. So he'll have to serve that later when he pits off those mediums. Look at that, if you're wondering why Visions is holding the brake and the throttle, it's a very neat little tyre warming trick, which I believe a lot of people use. You can see Fusion leaning on it. I think Icy is a bit there too. Paloma opting for the old classic weaving method, which still works, but takes a little bit more out of your tyres. Yeah, Fitz also going for a bit of weaving. A bit of both as well. Bit of both. Anyway, safety car. I mean, Louis has to catch up really. Although it looks like he's... No comment from me. That's what I'm going to say. No comment. Back to the front and see how keen Fusion is. Everyone just taking a chill, as they should. Safety car still being out. Anyone got anything at all? Doesn't even have to be interesting to say in the chat, just to take a bit of boredom out of this. Didn't even get one lap of racing. Yeah, once again, Merc looking strong in Tier 2. Obviously, you've got to reserve in today, but Vision's currently scoring those 25 points, which is lovely. And Paloma might be running the highest she's run all season, along with Fusion. Podium prediction. There you go. Seb's brought the good stuff. Right. Podium prediction. If you really had to twist the arm on lap 4 of Singapore, that would be in for what feels like half an hour already. I'll go Visions to win. I think he's just got that bit of pace this season. So I'll go him P1. I will then go, really desperate to say, my own driver in a podium spot, but I really don't want to jinx it. We'll go Icy. We'll go Icy P2, I think. Yeah, we'll go Icy P2, and then complete stab in the dark, I think will it be Fusion? We'll go Jake. Jake will sneak back up there in all sorts of carnage. You know, well-timed safety car, something to that effect. So yeah, Visions, Icy, Jake. Quite a boring Tier 2 prediction, but interesting. Are you just saying Visions, or is that your P1 spot? Anyway, we'll see how... Oh, Visions Paloma. Right, I'm liking the sound of this one, I will say, as we'll wait for Visions to get going here. When does he go? That is the question. I'm thinking here. Yeah, well, he's gone now already. I think he's caught... He's actually had a good restart there. It's actually Paloma who's closer to Icy than he is to Fusion. Although Fitz is right on the back of Paloma now. Oh, he jolts to the inside very late. Not quite got the minerals on the brakes though, because a very good effort into turn 1. Oh, you've not put Lenny in 3rd, have you? Oh man. Well, to be honest, I'd love that. That would be a very good podium in my eyes. Anyway, our Vision's already taken off up the road. Took the Fusion now to stick with him, otherwise Icy will be out for blood. Sinbad appears out of nowhere. WWE style entrance and replaces Louis. to come back and take P1. Wow. I mean, on the list of things I'd love to see, that has to be at the top. What I would also love to see is maybe a cheeky dive bomb from your man Icy instead. Your man. He's looking pretty quick here. Fusion, obviously, on the more uncool of the two compounds currently being used. Yeah, obviously, it's a hard track for overtaking. Yes, to be sure. Yes, hard track for overtaking. But that DRS straight is long. Obviously, there's a turn in it, which isn't ideal, but you know, it's still a lot of DRS, a lot of slipstream. And that corner is alright for racing. Visions with a 40.7, look at that. Seb wants to see a Mark bomb. We might have seen one there. That was close. I think Icy had to cut the corner there really to dodge it. Seb with the predicted Mark bomb. Will Icy fancy it again now? Jump on board. That might be a little bit too far back. Yeah, not even any DRS yet. So we'll let this brew. We'll see what he can cook up over the next lap or so. As Visions has pulled out a 3-second gap now, so Icy is probably quite upset by now. I mean, it's almost one big DRS train from second to ninth here, so I can't imagine there being much overtaking. It's literally just on Icy. Brakes late. Marbles on the tyre though, unfortunately. Fusion. I mean, ERS round here is quite easy to generate. A lot of braking to be done, so plenty of chances to defend. But I can't imagine Fusion will be wanting to lose too much time defending here. It's up to Icy to make the clinical, confident move, as he'd put it. Yellow flag back there, looks like Zoltru has had a bit of a mare at some point. There you go, we'll see what Icy can do. We should still have the superior grip on the mediums. Obviously need some of that clean air. You're right there, you are correct there. It doesn't look close enough again, he needs a good exit here. It's good, it is good. Fusion's burned that battery load to defend, and yeah, Icy's knocked off the ERS. It might have been a little bit too early, because I think you could have challenged him there. That slipstream a bit more powerful than he thought, I reckon. Is that Dolphin challenging Zeno down the inside? It is. Dolphin making a nice little overtake there. Zeno, I did notice Zeno would drop back out of DRS, and Dolphin takes full advantage of that, getting himself up into P7. I'm supposed to be giving Dolphin a lot of hate on this stream, but you know, he's driving pretty well at the minute. But we'll see. You know, there's time yet for a silly mistake. And yeah, they all activate the DRS there in a nice little DRS train. We do like a DRS train. Definitely my favourite type of train. Some questionable shots here if Icy trying to get round, but Fusion's car's a bit too wide at the minute, especially through here. There's no chance. Oh, Icy's at the curb a little bit there, but yeah, he's dropped back a couple of tenths now, but he should be able to make it back. Gains a bit there. This DRS should put him right on the back of him as well. He's threatening that movement to turn one again, but yeah, Visions is clear. He's shows how slow those hards are on Fusion's car. I don't know if it's Fusion struggling or if it's just the hards, but it's not going well. But here we go. Is Icy going to fancy it this lap? He's burning all right. Fusion doesn't defend. He defends that corner, but not the actual corner. And Icy breezes. I mean, Almost that could a terrible crash there. I wasn't expecting Fusion to break quite that late. I don't know if Icy broke early or what, but closer than you like to see it. Anyway, we'll see if Icy's got any pace compared to Visions now, or if Visions is just the best. Almost an Irishman without a gearbox. 2 right. Your man there was almost backwards into that wall, which would have been a few swear words coming out there. The Irish accent would have really shown with a bit of anger. Anyway, Icy does look to be closing a little bit on Visions here. With Fusion just about within DRS, but I do reckon he'll drop back now. What do I see here? P3 and P4, the 2 drivers contending for last season's championship, so we'll see what they're like on track together. Obviously, I mean, Fusion's at 100% battery compared to, which isn't really ideal. Fusion did get a little bit of DRS there, so incorrect. Oh, Zeno, did he crash on the? Hang on, is he spun coming out the last corner? He must have. I can't see. I can't see. He's disappeared. I'm going to assume he's binned it coming around the last corner there. Because retiring the pits does not cause a safety car. Yep, Bio peels in for some hards. They will go at the end, not particularly quickly, but not having to stop is a good thing around this track with the time loss. It must be 24 seconds or something around here at pit stop. Zoltru also comes in. I didn't know Lenny was that far behind, but he should also be coming in. Visions might be just a trifle upset with his 4.5 second gap just being depleted just like that. No more will he be the only car he can see. But I mean, I think am I expecting Visions and Icy to pull in the pits here? I think you'd think so, wouldn't you? But they're going to be in some very uncool traffic. I think it must be come out like 9th and 10th or something. Unless Visions is just far enough ahead of it. No, I think they're going to be. Yeah, I think there might be 9th and 10th here at the most. New prediction. That's not how it works around here. There's no new prediction. You know, oh, Visions. Drive-through penalty coming into the pits. I mean, that's not cool at all, is it? I don't know if that's some sort of glitch, potentially. We've seen it around Monaco, where even if you're following your delta, it can spike and just knock you over the edge of a penalty. I didn't see anything about Singapore, but you might have just sped. You don't know, do you? You don't know how much he's given it into the pits. But yeah, he has got a drive through now, which you can only serve after the safety car comes in. So that's a lot of. Well, he'll be at the back, is what I'm trying to say, just with less words. But yeah, as Devour mentions, stars are aligning. So Icy will be running. Well, he won't be running P1, but he'll be a net P1 on the freshest tyres. Though most people have pitted, so I've got a few at the front that have stayed out though. Seb's updated prediction is Jake, Bio, Icy. I don't know where you've pulled that from, like. Jake, you've gone for a McLaren 1-2 and then Icy. I mean, that would take something special. But you know, if everyone does what Visions has done, then certainly possible. I say, I'm not. Will these mediums go 20 laps though? to the end, or will they have to pit? Because it's quite a long way to go up the McLaren. Well, unfortunately, I am going to have to disagree there. Up the Alfa Romeo is obviously what you meant to type. They have to pit surely. Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? 20 laps. But then again, the deg wasn't too bad in Tier 1. I don't know. I think I'm still going to say Icy's in the best position. He'd be slightly slower for the first 10 laps, but then the tyres should come back to him as the mediums drop off. Visions is pitted there, but he can't serve as penalty unless he's just going to mediums. Or he's going to softs. I'm not exactly sure what his thinking is here, but we'll see, I guess. No way Meds make it 20. Icy in best position. Yeah, I think I'm inclined to agree. I reckon you probably can get them 20 laps, but probably not competitively towards the end, and I think risk of a puncture will be high as well. I reckon they would go if you're on wheel, and two if you... So it didn't take too much out of them, but it's very hard to do round here. And then also you've got the risk of binning it, as Devours mentioned there. Easily done, even on fresh tyres, so... Yeah. But yeah, Icy P6 in a net P1 with a whole host of medium tyres behind him. Safety car should be in this. How has it only been 11 laps? We're about a third of the way through this, so I hope you have got something to eat and or drink. I am regretting this quarter-filled bottle of water I've got. But yeah, let's hope the excitement can keep us hydrated, I guess. Well, while Fitz plans his restart, we'll have another look at position change. Obviously, these are slightly skewed with cars still needing a pit, but you know, feast your eyes on that briefly. Obviously, Vision's quite a loser at the minute. Still got his penalty to serve and at the back. Not great, we'll say that. I believe the penalty for the Merc is a 5 second as well, so probably have to serve that. And they pit. If they're going to pit again, who knows. But anyway, Fitz doing the restart. He's gone. Just like that, I think he's caught Al Ross napping there. Yeah, he has. Al Ross left in the dust. I think, keep track of Icy here. He should be... All over face picks up a cheeky 3-second pen there. Don't fall asleep on us yet. The action's just started. It's actually Fusion challenging Icy. Well, look at that. Fusion on the mediums gets past him. Obviously, those hards really not good for the first few laps on them. Yeah, I think there was a little bit of lag there, which probably unsettled the volume a little bit. Hopefully it's better now with a refresh of the stream. Yeah, but Fusion sneaks past Icy and he'll now be hunting down Louis, who is hunting down all over your face. Fitz pulling a nice little gap on Alros here, so showing his pace that I mean, he's been pretty quick all season as the Williams driver. Who asking how your drivers are doing? I see. We think he's in the best spot to win at the minute. Top 5 need to pit. Infusion's on mediums, and then yeah, Deathwing was slightly in a wall on lap 1, just a little bit, enough to knock off his wheel. So yeah, it wasn't great for him. We've got a yellow flag down the straight. Paloma and Dolphin look to be fighting as the Williams is tied in the pits by the looks of things. Mercs, Dolphin and Jake getting a bit argy-bargy back there. Icy's right on the back of him. Fusion gets past his teammate. Icy's still stuck behind Louis here, so not much doing, and there's really not a lot of overtaking here unless he fancies a dangerous one at the hairpin. He's close. Is he close enough? No. Is a silly move there. See what sort of traction he can get out of here. Decent traction. Louis doesn't defend it, so he's going to... Oh no, he doesn't bother there either. Best track on the game as well. Can't say I agree with that, but it is providing some okay racing at the minute. Can't complain. But yeah, Fusion now is building up a nice gap already over Icy, who can't get through the traffic like he did. Paloma and Dolphin at it again down the straight. Oh, Paloma's got some wing damage there. Oh, was that Icy? Oh, and Dolphin's in the wall. There's been some sort of a few accidents happening there all at once. Yeah, it's all kicked off into turn 1 and 2 there. No idea what happened, but there's front wings missing. Dolphin's backwards. Yes, things we love to see devour. That's what I'd categorise that under. Yeah, Paloma's front wing damage is causing some issue here by the looks of things, which is unfortunate. Either contact with a wall or Dolphin, I'm not exactly sure. Oof, big snap from Icy there though. Not going to be a happy fella, no. Probably not. Yeah, I'd lean towards him not being happy. But, you know, I took a fair bit of abuse off him before the race, so one might say it's karma. Even Paloma's probably going to stay out if it's just end plate damage. Obviously, it's not good, especially around Singapore, but it's better than pitting and losing 30 seconds or so. Yep, still catching all over your face, to be fair. Who's on those old tyres? Is he ever a happy fella? I don't think so. I don't think so. Icy bottles the move again into turn 1. Need a bit more clinical from Icy, maybe. He'd be through these guys. He's now lost, oh, it's 7.5 seconds to Fusion, who was behind him on the restart. Paloma's flashing, but will she go for the move on all over your face? Gonna try and go round the outside. Off track though, unfortunately. Yeah, has to back out and concede that because illegal. Don't want to be getting those illegal overtakes. Look at that, Icy right behind again, but there's just nothing you can do to get past. Yeah, Poe, I do think he needs you on the team radio here, just to tell him to be a bit later on the brake. Stick his nose in there. Go for a... Oh, his car's going to be gone by then, but it's pretty clear where he's crashed. He's probably hit that inside wall before the hairpin, and it's ripped his wheel off. Knowing Dolphin, probably ever so slightly intentional. He does, we'll say, lose his rag from time to time. But yeah, DNF for Dolphin around Singapore. Was running 7th or something at one point, and then 5th or 6th after the restart, so that's sad times for him, but all I know is Len things ever. Oh, Louis going to get screwed over here as well, because Paluma's going to be changing the front wing. Yeah, that's not ideal for Alfa Romeo there. Nice little chant in the chat there about Dolphin crashing. We do see that. Absolutely love to see it. Wean hit the nail on the head on my stream last week. Said Dolphin either finishes top 5 or DNF, no in between. Yeah. Correct, basically, yeah. That does sound about right. Guy who's 13th told me he'd be rapid here. Yeah. I mean, it's never a great idea to big yourself up before the race. It only ever ends in disaster as Louis picks up a penalty under safety car somehow. But yeah, this is mixed things up a little bit more, hasn't it? Obviously our 3rd safety car of the night, only halfway through, so you'd still expect another 3 at the very least. But yeah, the people who stayed out earlier and that one out because it's just sad, really. Have a little look at the tyres, shall we? Oh, I mean, Icy will be under a smidge of pressure. Yes, that is an actual police car Devour. Not everything is a GTA RP. Although I wish it was, because it looks like good fun. Lenny, 3-second penalty. How are people getting these penalties under a safety car? Like, what are you doing, basically? What are you doing? But yeah, Icy in the lead at the minute, but 6 lap older tyres than everyone else, and he's on the hards, so he will be struggling now and probably to the end. It's going to be very much probably damage limitation now for Icy. I had the ODI double. Yeah. Well, you know, might just have to eat them all. Simple as that. Anyway, after that, Fitz, Al Ross, both benefiting massively from that safety car there, up to 2nd and 3rd. Fusion 4th, all the way face 5th, so Alpine and Red Bull making some comebacks this race. The Fusion was running well anyway, but good stuff from him. Paloma in 7th, Visions is back to 8th, so he's got quite lucky there with after that drive-through he got. Jake in 9th, who was on my original podium prediction, still in 9th somehow after all of that. Not looking ideal for me. Yeah, I can't even remember what my prediction was. It was Visions, Icy, Jake. I mean, it's gone quite badly, hasn't it? Didn't expect a drive-through from Visions, to be fair. Usually he's a lot more careful than that. Safety car should be in this lap, though, I believe. Well, I hope it is, because I'm not sure I can take another lap of safety car. I know I'm going to regret saying that, because there will be another one. Oh, it is in this lap, right. Well, right then. Actually does need another safety car. I think you're right. He really does need. Start you would have wanted there. We'll see what the head that I see here. Poe makes a good point. Singapore is known for its dodgy crashes. Yeah, thank God Renault's not here anymore. We'll see if Alpine can do something similar though. But here comes Fitzy already. Irishman on Irishman. Peels to the inside, both draining the battery, I imagine. He brakes very late and he gets it stopped as well. Icy has to concede that position. He's just not got enough grip in those tyres already. Yeah, he'll be not enjoying himself already, I imagine. Have a look a bit further back in the pack. Al Ross now obviously right behind Icy as to be expected. Yeah, I think it's all about capitalising on mistakes now. Puma right in the thick of things. It gets all quite congested in the hairpin there. Oh no. Icy's getting sacked apparently, so let's hope he can keep this this podium position, although I'd be very surprised. Fitzy the GOAT again. I mean, can't really deny, can you? He's leading. Obviously, it was a very well-timed safety car for him. But it was him that stayed out, so it's not all luck, is it? You certainly make your own luck around here. But yeah, Icy's already dropped off the back of Fitzy now, so I think Al Ross will be the next overtake. He's also got a lot more battery than Icy already. I'm not going to read out that aspect because that is disgusting on the Twitch. Unacceptable behaviour. There could be kids watching this. Anyway, we'll see what we'll see what Al Ross can do on Icy. No DRS yet, obviously, but it looks like he's still going for it. He's certainly going for it. Yeah, and Icy just has to concede once again. Yeah, but Poe, schooling Tyler isn't particularly difficult. Although he does make his own setups, so, you know, who's to say? Who is to say? Anyway, apart from the front three, everything is unchanged a bit further back. I think once again it'll be Fusion going for a move on Icy as Visions goes for on Paloma. And now side by side coming out of the hairpin. Brave to try it around the outside here. Oh. By so it's like I mean quite heavily. Hope Visions hasn't got damage, but Jake appears back of him unless he's just recovering from the shock. YouTuber apology video. Yeah, I think Mr. Gorniak needs to be planning some sort of apology after that. Can't be using words like that, can you? Anyway, Fusion's turn on Icy now. I do fear Icy's going to be losing exactly one position every lap here, which certainly isn't ideal. But Fusion is not as close as I expected it to be, so Icy might get a hang on this lap, although Fusion is still going for it. Oh, it's a late move to the inside. Does he get it stopped? Icy with the switchback though. Going to go side by side at the right-hander. Icy's trying it round the outside. Oh, he gets the power down. Well defended from Icy there. Yeah, it's a great bit of driving that, and now all over your face is going to try it on Fusion. Is he down the inside? Oh, he does on his teammate, and all over your face sneaks past. Look at that. Well, I didn't see that one coming. Icy has defended so well that Fusion's been overtaken. I mean, you've got to appreciate all over your face there for taking full advantage of the chaos. I think that's Lenny's had a crash. Is he going backwards on the track? You've got a virtual safety car. Oh, dearie me. There is a lot of car not on where it should be there. Just different parts of Lenny just scattered across the bridge. That's certainly not ideal. But it's only a VSC though, so not too much pain. Team orders at Alpine. I mean, you'd be wanting it, wouldn't you, if you're Fusion? But then again, he's not really fighting for the championship like he was last season. Although your face has got that penalty. Lenny needs a Rennie. And Lenny needs full traction. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Fitzy picks up a drive-through penalty for speeding. Well, that's that makes Mr. Gorniak's GOAT comment look quite silly now, doesn't it? As Icy is still struggling. Oh, your face has snuck past him there as well. Definitely missed that. You still reckon Icy P1? No, I can't see that happening now. I think Al Ross is going to take this now. Al Ross will cruise to victory because Fusion's now stuck behind not only Icy but also his own teammate. Paloma's lost more places for some reason. Losing out to Jake now. Paloma is washed. Disagree. Could be worse. You could have retired 4 times this season, but then still race. So, you know. But anyway, it's now Fusion's turn for a look at Icy. Hopefully a bit more successful this time as Fitzy peels into the pits to serve as drive-through. Really fuming with that. Here comes Fusion again, going for the outside. He brakes late. Icy gives him enough room, and he gets a. I think he's going to get the overtake done, but it's some great side-by-side battle. Icy should get the DRS though, I believe, down this straight, so he might be able to come back at Fusion here. He's running out of battery, but he's got the DRS. I think he's just using it to defend, but it's Visions going for a double overtake. Round the outside of Fusion. Oh, he's been shoved off track there. Fusion, no respect for Visions coming through there. Gets the elbows out. No double overtake for you, Visions, unfortunately. But gotta respect the effort, haven't you? Visions with a penalty, obviously. He could still be on for a podium if he can keep it together. I meant retired from racing, not retired from the actual race. Oh, but anyway, Jake now on Icy. Icy manages to break much later than Jake there and keep the place, but Jake's not really going to fancy the switch back. He might have made a little bit of contact with Paloma there. It's all a bit narrow through this, but obviously this bit, probably the last time we'll see this. That's all going to be straight as far as I'm aware. Yeah, Jake's now right behind the Iceman here. Not Kimmy, unfortunately, just Icy. Here goes Jake to the inside. Paloma thinking about it. That looked close. Yeah. So Paloma's turned down the next straight as long as she can get a good exit. I mean, look at the grip on those mediums compared to the hard. It's ridiculous. Paloma around the outside. Oh, that looked close. That looked very close to a bit of contact there. As now Bio gets past Icy as well. Oh, my Icy's going to be fuming here. He's just been eating up on those hards. Fusion is now back past his teammate though, so maybe a smidge of team orders there. Now Daft for Alpine. He'll try to hunt down Alros now, but it might be a bit too late for that as Lenny has crashed. And there's another safety car. Oh no. Not another one. In the words of that old woman on that video. Yeah. Down to 11 runners now, so whoever doesn't score points is officially a noob. Yes, get them softs on indeed. I think everyone's going to have to peel into the pits after looking at what happened to Icy there on those worn and harder tyres. It's just not even a contest, is it? He's dropped from 1st to 8th in like 8 laps or so. I think he has literally lost about a position a lap. Is Alros pitting, he's thinking? Yeah, he does. I think you just have to pit, really. Fusion, see what he does. Bio pits, Icy pit. Take after he's watched everyone else. It is crashed. Don't want to know. Just that is just disgusting language. That is quite a questionable decision. I don't know if you thought more people. Yeah. Have lag. It's now under the safety car. So